Hello everyone, happy Tuesday to you. So today we are starting our Ask Dr. Entrepreneur for responding your questions that we have received from different social streams. Which you are not subscribed to our Facebook, please do Dr. Entrepreneur. We also started our YouTube videos, which is also Dr. Entrepreneur, tr.entrepreneur. So please also follow us. Because of your questions that you ask, so I have started video blogs too, and we are going to start video blogs this weekend. At the same time, I also film many different films regarding the entrepreneurship, especially regarding your questions. So we have received many different questions. Most of them, today the subject that I'm going to talk about regarding the COVID-19 and how the pandemic has been really affected the businesses, which is really sad, but still today, many businesses still are affected by pandemic. And especially the services industries, they are the most affected ones. If you follow our Instagram page, you know that I have spoken virtually in many different, in UK, in China, and also I did in US, talking about how we can turn this challenging time into the opportunities. At the same time, what you can do, survive for your business, and also what are the other sectors right now that is a niche market, you can look at it. And how can you survive? And at the same time, how you can have more customers. And is it still their dream to go abroad and open internationally? I have to say that this is not a dream, you still can do that. So today I have different questions from around the world, and some of the questions that I said, they are regarding the COVID-19 and how the pandemic have been affected them big time, especially their businesses. And also we have so many entrepreneurs too. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can also follow our, Instagram and also our YouTube videos that are coming up, because this is not just for entrepreneurs. Maybe you are working for a company and you have an idea that you would like to implement and you would like to present to your boss. At the same time, which I'm going to talk about it in the tapes that I'm going to be filmed it, I'm also going to talk about the culture. I think nowadays we really forget about how much the culture plays an important role in business. And also what is the customer psychology is an important fact too. We have seen that with the COVID-19, it's not just one country, around the world, everyone has been affected. It's not just like Spain, it's not just US, it's not just Australia. Everyone in any countries in the world, they have been affected, and they are still affecting, in their businesses, in their daily lives. I will also talk about, nonverbal communication too. Nonverbal communication is another, important fact that you have to be careful with it. So today's Ask Dr. Entrepreneur, I'm going to respond to questions that we have received regarding how the COVID-19 is really affected your business and what you can do. And if you have any other businesses, please respond us. Send us your questions. We are always love to hear from you. My team and I, we are really working so hard for, coming up with the great posts and also helping you out on your journey to become the entrepreneur, a successful one, but also the healthy one too. So this Thursday, please don't miss that we are going to have our first guest, Madeline Dolante, and we are going to talk about the health and fitness. If you will be asking why I have chosen the first speaker to talk about the health and fitness, because this is the most important part. Most of the entrepreneurs, what they do, they stay home and they don't really, do much. They are not really exercising. They're always in front of their computer and they don't even think about it. But especially your mind and your physical, mentality is the most important part. Because if you are really stressed, and you are not really happy with it, it's not going to help you to come up with the great ideas. Come up with the great ideas, you need to be really in a perfect mindset that you will be like, you know what? And also, If you're a perfect mindset, you can also see the new opportunities. You won't be afraid. You will be like, you know what, let me go and find the, new opportunities. How can I able to, start my business? So we will talk all about this, our Ask Dr. Entrepreneur on Tuesdays. And also I am going to, please subscribe our YouTube channel too, which is Dr. Entrepreneur, Entrepreneur. And you will see that, there will be so many great films, and there will be also some video blogs, how the entrepreneurs, they live their life. Because the truth is, entrepreneurs, they don't really live their life 9 to 5. It's almost like 24/7. What do you do, how you do it, and everything. So I will give you all candid aspects of the life of entrepreneur. All right, so I want to start the questions. So the first one, we got it from the Begumi from Tokyo. And so konnichiwa. So she's a language school owner, and Megumi, the problem that she has right now, because she has to do most of the classes online, and she has difficult time, especially pursuing the families, why the online classes will be effective as if the students will be face-to-face. So Megumi, thank you very much, first of all, for your question that you have sent it. I loved Japan. I live in Japan 4 months when I was 15 years old. So Japan has a special place. It was my first abroad that I have lived abroad, at the age of 15, and I loved the Japanese people and the Japanese culture. So I think what you need to do, which is the most important part, not just for the Japanese culture, in any businesses, you need to build the trust. What you can do if most of the families, they are worried that it's not going to be effective as their students, will be in the classroom, but instead being online, you can help them out for adding some one-to-one question, like a QA. If they have any questions, they can ask their professors. So you can add them some added value to your business. So something like that. And you don't need to even you can maybe charge them not so much, or you can even tell them that, once a week, the money that you have paid already, it can be added to your student, that they can meet with their professor and they can ask questions. Something you can do that like that. And also something like a language schools and education, referrals means a lot. So make sure that you also ask the families, the students who are happy with you, ask them also do some referrals for you, that so you can increase your customer too, your client segmentation too. And I understand that, and I look at your website, I understand that this is not just for the children or for students. You can also do some business English, and nowadays this is a business that's really common and pretty popular. So you can also reach out to other countries in Asia who would like to learn English one-to-one. You can host your classes at Zoom. You can also have your classes in Google Meet, or you can also have them on the Skype too. So there are so many opportunities that you can grow your business with. So make sure that you try that, and also make sure that don't use the written communication. I'm not really in favor of written communication with your customers. Make sure that you pick up the phone or call them, like a video conference call. So make sure that they see you, because the most important part, I think, which I will each question that I'm going to answer today, building a trust between you and your customer. So make sure that you do that. So make sure that you have them conference call, talk with them, even if they don't want to talk with you on the face-to-face. Make sure that they can see you, because if the customers, they can see you, they will trust you more. And this is the most important part, and it's not just for Japan, but in everywhere. So Megumi, if any other questions, try them. And if there is any questions that you have, please send us your questions. All right, next one from Melbourne, from Australia, Brett. he has a cleaning business, and how he can assure that his customers that everything is like, COVID, everyone who's cleaning their house is COVID-19 free, and so that they can let them to come in and cleaning. I think this is cleaning business is a huge business around the world. I have to say that there are so many new startups that they have been entered into European business too, and they are growing in huge. So what you can do, I totally understand the customer, because they're afraid that if the person who comes to their house, if they have COVID-19 or not. I think this is right now many people which is they're afraid of. So what you can do, you can send them that the person and let them know that you are always checking your employees if they have COVID-19 or not, and make sure that you also let them know that you are really particularly pretty careful with that. And you can show them the videos like how the person when they come to their house, how they clean their houses. And also you can use some testimonials, especially in this time of the COVID-19, so your other customers and the new customers that you are going to recruit, they can see that okay, this is a business that I can trust, that I can hire these people and they can come to my house and they can clean. So this is most important part. Again, as I answered Megumi, the trust is the most important part. And also you need to be remember that when they had the latest research, they have found that like 51% of the people, they are also open to new products, new services, especially this time. Maybe you will have so many new customers who would like to have their houses clean, be more hygiene. So this is also a great time for you as a new opportunity. So please don't feel like everything is going down, because when I read your question, you describe your business and you also say that you have lost too much money at the time of the COVID, and you are trying to make your business be stable and stay. I totally understand. I have to say that many people right now, they are in the same boat with you. The most important part is, in the time like this, in COVID-19 and the pandemic, I know that you are thinking, I am the only one. I am the only one who is suffering. I am the only one trying to reach out my customers. I am the only one cultivating my customers. I am the only one recruiting new ones. Or I am the only one that, keep my own customers that I have. Everyone in any businesses, they are really trying to do the same thing as you do. So please don't feel that you are the only one, because everyone is the same shoes. The most important part is how you can make these little changes that you can still have those loyal customers. This is the key point, okay? So keep up the good work. I have also checked your website and it is great business. So well done. All right, next one we have Shelly from California, and she has a beauty services. Yes, sadly, and I know that in California, some of the quarantine still continues. And Shelly, I know that in this quarantine time, most services, they were the most impacted because of this COVID-19. So what you can do, especially in every country and also in every city, they have their own rules. So you can follow your rules and see what you can do. So in US, they can take appointment by you, or what you can do, you can also use your social media. This is the most important part. Use your social media, and also people, they can ask you to come to their house, but you need to make sure that you are having the enough, you are following all the rules, COVID-19, make sure that everything is hygiene. So this is something that you can do. And I also tell everyone, here's the deal. We are in social media world, okay? We are living in a digital world. And most of the businesses, they are really trying to have their customers for Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, okay? But they never do old-fashioned way to keep their customers. What is the old-fashioned way? The old-fashioned way, which is like asking your customers their email. You are asking them their phone numbers. You are trying to know your customer, what they like, what dislike. In the past, I remember people, wherever you go, they used to ask you the questions, kind of like when you go to doctor's office. They ask you questions like, what do you like? What did you like? Dislike, they get all this health information regarding you. And then, of course, you are giving them your disclose that you are giving this information. But in the services, especially service industry, I'm not telling you that you need to ask them all the personal questions, but you need to ask them what their email address. Make sure that you are asking them, their birth of date. Even they don't want to say the year, but at least you can have them, which day and month they have born. So you need to get some of the information from them, what their likes and dislikes. You can ask them what color they like. I will, film and I will explain to you how much the color explain to us. There is a huge, in advertising, if you are in the business, in the advertising, you know that how much the color has the power on people. That's the reason in different marketing that, advertising, you see different colors that, companies are using, which I'm going to explain to you too. So when you are working on your company logos or you are trying to come up with the new products, which colors that you are thinking that the best color for you to use. And I will explain it not just nationally, I will also explain internationally, because every color that they have their own explanation. But at the same time, in some countries, you cannot use some colors. Okay, so back to our, Shelly. So Shelly, try to get, talk with your customers, pick up the phone. And I have to say that nowadays, nobody pick up the phone and call. So pick up the phone, call each of your customer, ask them how they are, and is there anything that they needed. I understand that, you have the beauty services, you have providing some a skin and also different related for the ladies. So you can ask them what they need. So Shelly, pick up the phone. And I know that right now it is early in the morning. So pick up the phone now, make sure that you call them before 6 o'clock, dinner time in US. Pick up the phone, call them, and ask them, how they are and how your business can provide the best service to them, okay? Don't try to send them the email. Don't try to post your Instagram, because if they are following more than 500 people in their Instagram account, they are going to miss you. They are not going to see your post, okay? So, and also the other thing that I will say about the post, many people nowadays in Instagram, they go for the stories. So make sure that you always, when you post anything, make sure that you also share on the stories. Okay? Shelly, good luck. And let me know how everything is and how we can help you. All right. Emmanuel from Lyon, winery and tourism. Okay, this is another industry that has been affected huge on the winery and the tourism. And I know that, on the quarantine, where I had some other questions that have been sent it to us, there were so many people, especially in Italy, in Tuscany, and also in Bordeaux, and also in different part of the France, and in Spain too. They have been affected a lot because they cannot host much for their customers, for winery tasting, or some of them had bed and breakfast. They cannot do that. So what I really suggest you can host some webinars. People around the world, they love to learn about the wine. So just don't think about a Europe, because you say that most of your customers are coming from Europe. Expand your customer segmentation. You don't need to just think about the Europe. So expand your customer segmentation. What I really suggest you, try to do the webinar. And in webinar, Zoom, It's free. You can host up to 100 people for 40 minutes. So you can have the 25 minutes, because this will be like maybe free webinars first. Do the free webinars for 25 minutes and the 10 minutes or 15 minutes questions. And then later you can have them in different, like a white, what is the white wine, what is the red wine, and try to have it in different segmentations too when you are doing your webinars. You want to attract not just the people who want to know about wine, you also want to know some people that, they want to learn more about wine, okay? So you can do that. And also the same time, but you can also do group, webinars. What I mean that, let's see if your wine, which country is it, the people, they can buy your wine. So the people who sign up for your group work, you can do wine tasting. So they can purchase, even, I don't know if you can ship it, because I look at your website, I didn't really see it. You just, click on to go to the other websites. So if you can ship it internationally, so what you can do, the people who are signed up for group, they can also, buy your wines, ship it there. And I think for the shipment, especially, companies like UPS and DHL, I'm happy really with them, especially in the time of the COVID-19. You can check, some of them has special codes for the prices for the businesses. You can also check for that. And then you can ship your wines internationally. And then you can do live. You are over here like me. They're on the other side, like, you can use the Zoom, or you can use like, many different services. And then you can, explain them. Each wine is they're also trying to, check and see. They can try also taste your wines. You can do that. Good luck, Emmanuel. If you have any questions, the same thing for you, please send us your questions. All right, we have Trevor from New Jersey, and he owns Bed and Breakfast. Okay, Trevor, yes, again, this is another industry that has been affected, which is the, Bed and Breakfast, hotels. Even that Airbnb, that has been affected big time too. As you know, Airbnb was going to IPO public in 2020, but probably they are not going to go this year, postpone it for probably next year. So bed and breakfast, so what you can do, this is a tough time because right now many people, they are trying to not to travel, but you need to look at your customers that have been stayed at your bed and breakfast and make a little, brochure, and you can use many, there's like a free, like you can use like a Canva, which is an app, and you can also use it on your computer too. You can make it simple post. Also, you can post them on your social media, and at the same time you can send them by email. And also WhatsApp has a business. If you don't use the, those WhatsApp business, you can also use that too. Again, I'm going to, film and explain, especially the people who have never used the CRM in the past as using the old-fashioned way. I have to say that, yes, the new fashion way to reach out to your customers are really important, but the old way fashion way is the best way too, because you build kind of like a relationship between you and your customers. So, Trevor, what you will do, you are going to go back to your Rolodex that you had. So check, because you say that you have been in business 22 years, which is a long time. So I'm sure that you also have the books that, you've written all your customers and their bills and everything. So go back and see, how you can reach them out. I know that in US, many people, they have their phone numbers forever. It's not like they are changing all the time. So you can always go back to their, the phone numbers. You can call them, you can send them the messages, check their email address if it's really working or not. Again, there's so many, email too. And also, even if this is old-fashioned way, which is, you can also send them this little postcards. You can do that too. You can go any Kinko's or Staples and you can do this little postcards and you can send them out too. And try to reach out. At the same time, you are building new customers. The success is you don't want to lose your old customers, okay? Your old customers are your future because word of mouth is the most important part and still is, especially in many countries, Asian countries, many region countries, Africa, word of mouth still is number one. And with COVID-19, the latest research show that word of mouth is getting most popular around people too. They are asking their friends, they are asking their colleagues, they are asking their family friends, their family, if they want to purchase something. Because nowadays, people are much more peculiar and more careful when they are spending their money. So instead of seeing something on the advertising online or pop up on their Instagram or their Facebook, or they're watching a YouTube and something pops up or they see around, instead of that, they like to ask their friends. Word of mouth is getting back again the most popular, advertising style. So let's do that. All right, we have Susan from London, and she's an artist, and she has a gallery, and she has also the painting store, like a painting classes. Susan, yes, sadly, COVID-19 really hurt big time the cinema industry and also theater, art, big time. Still, most of the theaters, they are closed, and most of the cinemas, they were open, but now in some countries they are closed again. And also art has been affected big time too, because most of the galleries, they are closed, or people, they don't want to, especially Susan, what you say that, all this COVID-19, you say that like you sell like a 5, 6, art, but now it is almost like difficult even one per month. So I totally understand you, Susan. So what you can do, and also you say that because the London lockdown and everything, and the people are still, afraid. So you don't also have anybody sign up for classes. So you can follow, for everyone, you need to follow what your country regulations are for COVID-19, okay? Because your health is the most important than anything else. But at the same time, you want to survive and do business and able to earn money, which is totally understandable. This is the reason today, as Dr. Entrepreneur, I am trying to explain to you what kind of things you can do, like a simple, practical things. It's not going to cost you too much money, that you can able to do that. So Susan, what you can do, I know that the people, they can take appointment, you can start, people, they can take appointment and try to sell them the packages. Packages is always a great idea, especially something like that if you are giving like a classes, painting classes, or like a language classes. The package is perfect. So why don't you try to give the people the package, and also ask them, maybe you can also do some like a Zoom. And in the Zoom, you can ask them, people, they can sign up your class, and you can just try to teach them like a simple things. I can say that your most target one, I have looked at your website too, and most of your art classes were for adults. But let me tell you your new customer segmentation. Susan, your new customer segmentation is children. So if you are thinking that when you are, watching this, oh my God, I don't have, any experience teaching the children, I don't think this, I don't know. I'm not an art teacher, but I don't think that this is really different. So the reason I said your new customer segmentation can be children, because most of the kids, they're in the house. And the families, they cannot really find their kids to take them out, okay? Like most of them, they cannot really take them, send them to summer, camp that they used to go. They're always in the house. And imagine if they don't have any park close by to go, or if they don't have any, anything in their apartment or in their, house that they can go outside, this is a perfect for them. So I really suggest you focus on the children. So what you can do, make sure that, go back to your own customers, because they already know you. They already come to your painting classes, or they already purchase art at your gallery. So first, try to reach them out. And also in London, there is so many magazines that you can also, publicize there too. Because I know that the people, they do read there. They pick up and they do read it. So you can also do that. And children. The one thing that I can suggest you, the children, teaching children for art classes is number one. All right, Susan, good luck to you. Again, if you have any questions, send us your questions. All right, Raul from Madrid, furniture design. Okay, the same thing Raul has experiencing the same like Susan in London. Like how the Susan was selling so much art per month, and now she has been decreasing sales because of the COVID-19, which is understandable. The people right now, they are spending most of their money into the things for their daily needs, what they need. So they don't do, like especially not just the art. I mean, the same time, car sales have been down too. People, they don't want to buy car. So Raul, what you can do, first of all, I have seen also from your website that, your furnitures are really nice, and especially you are doing a sustainable kind of business, because you are getting the like a metal, also like a different products and you are making them coming up with the new furniture. So first of all, this is a great idea. And sustainable business is really growing business in Europe, but especially more your customer segmentation, I have to say, that is in North America. I haven't seen anything that you do for internationally, and the furniture that I have seen, they are not really so big. You have also like a different lamps, and so you can also send them out to Canada or USA. So why don't you try to look at it, how you can open your business internationally. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can, send me your more questions, and you can also hold, like a free consulting with me, which we are starting, in August. We will have like a 15 minutes. You can sign up to free consulting, because I really want to help out to you guys, because I know that each of you has a different problems and different questions regarding your own business. And that's the reason when you send me your questions, we did divide them by different subjects. And I went and I look at your profile, I look at your website, so I can get more information, what your business is and how I can help you out to explore what can be done. So Raul, yes, it's a tough time, especially in Spain, and I totally understand that nobody nowadays like to buy furniture, because nobody's also moving out much, so everyone is staying as where they are. But the same time, and also you say that most of your business comes from the tourists, and because you have the business in Madrid, most of the business comes from the tourists, and also because of the weddings, that people buys your products, which is a really special product, and then they would like to give it as a gift. So again, as I said, let's explore how you can do your business starting as internationally. I think I can see that there's a huge market for you internationally, and because your products are really unique. So let's try to sell them out, how you can do for internationally. All right, the next one we have Anilke from Amsterdam. and she's a jewelry designer. Hi Anilke, first of all, again, thank you for your question. So first of all, Dutch jewelers, they are one of the top on the list. I think, anyone, especially for modern jewelry, the first country comes to mind is Dutch ones. So the same thing, Anilke, what I have looked at it, you have a shop in Amsterdam, but I look at your website, you don't really push much for e-commerce. And I sent you the email too. And for your information, when the people asking me questions, I responded to them too. So I responded to them, and everything that I say here at the same time, I explain them in detail, and if they need more help, I'm here to help them out too. So Anilke, let's talk about your jewelry. So I have seen that you have a shop, and you say that because of the COVID, of course you close your shop and your sales number have been declined, which I totally understand that. But when I look at your website, you don't really have e-commerce. So, and also in your Instagram page, you also don't have much your everything that you put it on your website, but it's really limited things that you can buy. So my suggestion to you, make sure that all your products, put them in the e-commerce, okay? And I understand it if you are thinking, if so many people will buy like 10 and I don't have in my inventory 10 of them. So put a number there. Like, you can put in the e-commerce that this product, this ring that you are looking at, we just have 5 items are available for you to buy, to purchase. So you can do that. And also what I think I will really suggest you do, like, you can purchase like from Amazon. You don't need to buy a camera. You can do it on your phone, and you can film it when you are doing your jewelry, because people love to see something they purchased, especially coming from an artist, how it has been done. So you can also film it, and you can also share on your e-commerce, also on your website. On your website you don't have anything like video, you just have like pictures. And also the other thing, make sure that you are taking your pictures professionally. I don't mean that you need to hire someone professionally take your pictures, but make sure that, when you are taking a picture, the lighting is everything. So try to take your pictures maybe daylight and close to the window. And also make sure that, everyone, they can see, because you have really different kind of jewelry, especially your rings. So make sure that they can see it from all sides, okay? So if you put the ring, make sure that everyone, they can see it. And also the other thing is, you put the pictures there, but the person, they cannot see it on someone's hands. Again, you don't need to hire a model, hand model. You can, look at your friends, maybe your sister, maybe your best friend, they can, or you too. You can just hand model so people, they can see that. Okay. Again, Anike, wish you best of luck. All the people that today I tried to respond your questions, the questions have been rising regarding the COVID-19 and how the pandemic has been affected to their businesses. So again, these are really, quick answers. In deep, we can go further for each product and what you can do. But us Dr. Entrepreneur, the purpose is on Tuesdays to respond your questions, in the best way and the quickest way, how we can start from somewhere. Okay, so thank you again. And also I would like to thank my team, Tiffany, Casey, and Queen. They have been doing such a great job, working really hard past weeks. So thank you guys. And the people who are watching our live, thank you. And also I really ask you to follow us on the Instagram, which is Dr. Entrepreneur TK, and also on the Facebook, Dr. Entrepreneur, but dr.entrepreneur, and our YouTube channel, which is dr.entrepreneur. Especially in YouTube, we are going to post so many new videos regarding the entrepreneurship and also what is the life of entrepreneur is. So again, we have received so many questions. Next week today, I'm going to respond to other questions that I have divided by subjects. So next week, we are going to talk about, most of you ask, in this pandemic, what are the niche markets? Especially those are the ones who are thinking for a new business or a second business, or some of you third business to start. And what are the niche markets right now in the pandemic that you can do? All right, everyone, thank you. Happy Tuesday, and I wish you a great week. But also I would like to remind you, this Thursday at 6 p.m. Barcelona time and 12 p.m. Washington, D.C. time, we have our first episode. We are having Madeline Dolante, and we are going to talk about the fitness and health, which is right now especially most important subject. And also another great news I have for you, we are starting Dr. Entrepreneur podcast, and there we will also have many different guests. We are going to talk about networking. We are going to talk about international business. We are going to talk about, what is the, entrepreneurship is exactly. We will talk from different people from around the world, entrepreneurs. They will tell us their stories, their failures, how they come up with their ideas. And also this week, I'm going to film. So make sure that watch out. It will be next week on YouTube. How you can come up with the ideas. What are the steps? How you can really think and how you can really come up with your ideas. How we can see new opportunities. So I'm going to tell you all in the next week. Subscribe our YouTube channel and you can see that all. All right, everyone. I will see you this Thursday. Please don't miss it. All right. Thank you and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.